Well, good afternoon, everybody in the Great Lakes region. My name is Ryan, and we are going to dive into the updated models, what they're looking like for the Tuesday severe weather potential. So, first and foremost, we're going to start with where we started before the GFS temperature for Monday and Tuesday. We're going to skip today, skip the weekend. It'll get cold this weekend. It hasn't changed, but it's going to warm back up for early next week. So, looking at Monday and Tuesday in particular, here are your temperature maps from the GFS model. The Global Forecast System is what it's called, short for GFS. Monday is going to be warm. We're going to be talking 60s and 50s for a large portion of the Great Lakes region. That will reduce back overnight, but the warm air doesn't go anywhere. In fact, moisture starts getting pumped up from the Gulf of Mexico up into the Great Lakes region. And by Tuesday, we have a good surge of warm air into the region. We may be talking 70s again here for southern Illinois, maybe parts of mid Illinois, maybe some parts of West Indiana too. We could be talking close to 70 degrees here for a good portion of the Great Lakes region. We'd be probably talking 60s for Wisconsin and Michigan, maybe eastern Ohio there as well. But the short story here is it's going to be warm. And when we have the Gulf of Mexico moisture getting pumped up with these warm temperatures, it creates an unstable air mass. Now, keep in mind, look back to the west here. We see this color gradient with blues back here. That's your cold temperatures that are going to stream in Tuesday night in that sharp temperature gradient into your cold front. That is going to provide a source of lift and energy to get these storms up and going. So the atmosphere will be juiced. We have a trigger for storms. That's what we want to see for severe weather. If you're not a severe weather lover, not what you want to see. So we move this through Tuesday. This is Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Time. So we move this through the area here. The cold front swings in. We're going to have temperature differences about 60 degrees by Wednesday morning and then about 20 degrees behind this cold front. So a 40-degree averaged temperature difference. It's going to be very warm to very cold. It's not going to be good for people with sinus problems and stuff like that. You're going to have headaches, a lot of changes going on in a short period of time. But in terms of our severe weather potential, we do have a few overlays here to show you. The latest European model, we're going to go off the European model this afternoon, not the GFS. The GFS has a good handle on temperatures, but the European model has a good handle on overall storm situation, development, stuff like that. So first and foremost, the ingredients. We're going to be looking at instability, shear, lift, and moisture. We already established we have lift with the cold front there, so it's kind of, we'll skip that for right now. But first and foremost, your instability product is right here. I overlaid it on your screen here. We see these blues and green colors in the Great Lakes region, in particular there, southern Michigan, northern Indiana, central and northern Illinois, maybe parts of South Wisconsin and West Ohio as well, getting in the action. Those greens are your higher instability numbers there. It's going to support your severe weather potential. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Time. It'll continue to work its way through the region as we go on later in the evening, but that's just a general idea. We're looking at instability being present in these areas. Let's talk about moisture. These are your dew points. We're talking 50s, maybe touching 60 degrees. Those yellows are touching upper 50s into the low 60s for dew points. That's very moist for this time of year, very well sufficient to support thunderstorms and also severe weather. So we have instability, we have moisture, excuse me. Now we talk about our wind profiles. It's going to be a windy day. On the surface, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds sustained with gusts over 30 miles per hour possible. This is just the nature of this. That low pressure that's going to pass off to our north is going to be deepening, strengthening at that time, which is going to make the winds crank up. Overall synopsis, we do have potential for storms to develop across the area. Southern Michigan, northern Indiana, northern and central Illinois, all across the Great Lakes region in particular has that storm threat. But the European model really hints at storm development just to the south and east of that low pressure system, which is pretty typical for these systems. I do expect a squall line to move through the area as it develops. It'll probably first initially develop in Illinois and push eastward through the Great Lakes region. It's just going to be a matter of how far north can instability get. Right now, models, like we said before, models are showing instability all the way up into Michigan and parts of southern Wisconsin there. So we do have a severe threat now updated from yesterday that's going to highlight those areas well. This is your severe threat. We just made this map for Tuesday and Tuesday night. Now, further east you go, will be later in the evening, potentially after midnight when it reaches into Ohio. The only question we have is how far north does the instability get and how far east does the instability carry? As we get later on in the evening, instability will be on the downtrend because daytime heating will support instability. We lose the sun, we lose some instability with that. So the main question is how far north, how far east does this threat go? This will likely change in the coming days. This is just an overall general area we are highlighting. We do expect storms to start in Illinois during the daytime, which that will probably be the highest threat over in Illinois. And if it congeals into a line like we kind of expect it to, at that point, then we start looking at, okay, how far east does it go? Overall, that is your synopsis. All right. Hope that helps you guys. That's all I got for you. We'll be going live again tomorrow, so be tuned for that. 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. I'll have an update for you on the page. Stay safe, guys. Like I said, my name is Ryan. We're here for you guys at Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. We have chasers in the field for this. We have at least 3 chasers who are going to be active for this. So we will have live radar coverage as well as live chasers in the field for this on Tuesday, as long as everything kind of plays out as expected, barring anything significant downtrending this event. So with that being said, stay safe, guys.